Oh, hi. I'm still sorting it all out. Deep in thought here. You know, when I retired, everyone said what I needed to do was to create a bucket list. You know, that's a list of stuff you got to do before you kick the bucket. But I pretty much have done all of that throughout my life. So, what do I spend my time on? I know. All my life, there's been a great philosopher inside me. Someone that I think could compete with Aristotle and Plato and Socrates and Soren Kierkegaard and Confucius. You know, there's a philosopher in there. And I do have my philosophies, and I'm sure you do yours. Maybe I could share a couple of them with you, because a philosopher is not really a philosopher unless they share their philosophy. So, thanks for listening. My first point is I've done a great deal thinking about one versus more. Have you ever seen that one rose, that beautiful one rose, with the artistic petals unfolding, and each petal is placed at a very specific point so that the flower unfolds, and it's magnificent in its glory and beauty. And you take that one flower, and then you place it in a bouquet. And yes, it's beautiful in a bouquet. The bouquet is beautiful. But the value and beauty of that one flower now is lost in the composite of more. I think about one versus more. Bring me 20 people and put them in front of me, and I'm interested in all 20 people. But I want to have time with that one. I want to connect with one and know everything about that one person. Because too many people, that's overwhelming. And in the light of the group, I'm not getting to know that one. So I'm a big believer in valuing one. I know there's hobbyists that have many items that they collect, like the car collector that may have 60 cars. I just don't get it. 60 cars. I've got to have that one special car with my favorite color, from my favorite point, from my, that has my favorite memories and events with it, that I value, that I polish, that I treasure. That one car. Put my car in the middle of 60, and I'm not as interested. I need one over more. Yeah, that's the first philosophy I wanted to share. My second philosophy I've thought a lot about throughout life. It gets a little crazy, but I'll try to explain it. It's the philosophy surrounding competition. You see, I'm starting to believe that competition is not that healthy for us human beings. Well, let's look at it. With competition, we value one thing over the next or over a group. If you're in competition and you want to win, we are going to, at the end, value you over the losers. And that makes you the winner, and we put you in a glorified position. But what does that do to the others? They're not as good. After all, you beat them. And I start thinking, do we want to be part of a society that cheers and spends its life competing one person over the next, that one should beat the other? Have you ever looked at all the philosophy between winning and losing? Have you ever looked at the psychological symptomatology of winning and losing? There's so much to it. I've spent a great deal of time thinking about competition, and I don't know how I feel about valuing one thing over the next. Well, these are a couple of my philosophies, and I do like thinking. But in the light of both of the things I just told you, I'm remiss in how I deal with it. Because you see, even though I value the one over the many, I can assure you, if you give me one cookie, I can value it. It will taste good. It'll be wonderful, but it's not going to be enough. I'm going to want the many, the more. So that philosophy gets kicked in the head when I start thinking of my usage of cookies. And then looking at competition. I really do believe we should look at it, because the competition we need to have is not against other people. The competition has to be within ourselves to be the best that we can be. We should always be competing to accelerate, excel above where we have been. That's the competition I think I can buy into. However, all that said, come football season, I am a Notre Dame alumni. And when they hit the field to play college football, I'm diehard Notre Dame. And I want everyone but Notre Dame to be a loser. Kind of kicks my competition in the head. So even though I have these philosophies that I'm pondering, and I must say I do ponder, I have to admit that in my own life, I fall short in what I believe philosophically. Well, think about it. You probably have some philosophies too. I got to get going here. Got to get me some cookies and turn on TV and see if there's a Notre Dame game. Till next time, I'll be sorting it all out. Take care.